जय राधा माधवा कुंज बिहारी जय राधा
माधवा कुंज बिहारी
जय राधा माधवा कुंज बिहारी
जय राधा माधवा कुंज बिहारी
गोपी जना वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी गोपी
जन वल्लभा गिरधारी
जयो यशोदानंदन ब्रज जनरंजन
यशोदानंदन ब्रज जनरंजन
यशोदानंदन ब्रज जनरंजन
यशोदानंदन ब्रज जनरंजन
यमुना तीरावनचारी यमुना तीरा
वनचारी
यमुना तीरावनचारी यमुना तीरा
वनचारी
जय राधा माधवा कुंज बिहारी जय राधा गोपी जन वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी गोपी जन
वल्लभा गिरधारी
जयो यशोदानंदन ब्रज जनरंजन
यशोदानंदन ब्रज जनरंजन
यशोदानंदन ब्रज जनरंजन
यशोदानंदन ब्रज जनरंजन
यमुना तीरावनचारी यमुना तीरा
वनचारी
यमुना तीरावनचारी यमुना तीरा
वनचारी
जयो राधा माधवा कुंज विहारी जयो
राधा माधवा कुंज बिहारी
जय राधा माधवा कुंज बिहारी
जय
जय
राधा माधवा कुंज बिहारी
जय राधा माधवा कुंज बिहारी
जय
जय
राधा माधवा कुंज बिहारी
हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे
हरे कृष्णा
कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे 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 राम
राम राम हरे हरे
हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे
हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे हरे
हरे राम Rama, Hare Rama,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Jaya Radha Gopinath Radha, Gopinath Radhe, Jaya
Radha Gopinath Radha, Gopinath Radhe.
Jaya Gauranitai, 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 Jaya Gauranitai, Jaya Gauranitai, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Prabhupada. Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Nitai Gaur Hari Bol.
Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaur Hari Bol.
जय कलयुग पावन हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय,
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 ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं
नारायणं नमस्कृत्य
नरं चैव नरोत्तमं
नरं चैव नरोत्तमं
देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं
देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं
ततो जयमुदीरये।
ततो जयमुदीरये।
नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु
नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु
नित्यं भागवत सेवया,
नित्यं भागवत सेवया,
भगवती उत्तमा श्लोके
भक्तिर्भवति
भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी।
भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिके।
कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय,
कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय,
देवकी नन्दनाय च,
देवकी नंदनाय च,
नन्दगोपकुमाराय,
नंदगोपकुमाराय,
गोविन्दाय नमो नमः।
गोविंदाय नमो नमः।
हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धो,
हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु,
दीनबन्धो जगत्पते,
दीनबंधु जगत्पते,
गोपेश गोपिका कान्ता,
गोपेश गोपिका कांता,
राधाकान्त नमोऽस्तुते।
राधाकांता नमोस्तुते।
तप्त काञ्चन गौराङ्गी,
तप्त कांचन गौरांगी,
राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी,
राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी,
वृषभानुसुते देवी,
विश्वानुसुते देवी,
प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये।
प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये।
वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च
वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च
कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च,
कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च,
पतितानां पावनेभ्यो
पतितानां पावनेभ्यो
वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः।
वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः।
नमो विष्णुपादाय
नमो विष्णुपदाय
कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले
कृष्णकृष्णाय भूतले
श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त
श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत
स्वामी निधि नामिने।
स्वामी नित्यामिने।
नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देश तारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद
प्रभु नित्यानंद
श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद।
श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद।
हरे कृष्णा
हरे कृष्णा
कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे हरे
कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे हरे
हरे राम
हरे राम हरे राम
राम राम हरे हरे।
राम राम हरे हरे।
Hare Krishna, welcome everyone to our weekly Bhagavad Gita class. Thank you for taking out your time and coming to attend this Gita class. We are continuing our discussion from Bhagavad Gita as it is. We are on the second chapter, contents of Gita summarized. We are discussing the wonderful qualities of the soul as Krishna is explaining to Arjuna. In the first chapter, we heard Arjuna was completely confused when he saw all his relatives in front of him. He tells Krishna, I can't fight because I'm feeling compassionate. I'll become sinful. How will I enjoy alone without my family members? If the men are killed, who will maintain the traditions, the dynasty? And ultimately he says, I'm confused. He surrenders to Krishna. Shishyaste aham. I am your disciple now, Krishna. I am not seeing you as my friend now. They have changed their relation. He was a friend of Krishna. Now he is saying, I am your disciple. Krishna, as he starts speaking, first he chastises Arjun. Arjun, you are behaving like a very learned scholar, but you are unintelligent. You are speaking unintelligent words. You are apandita. That is what he said in 11th verse. Because you are lamenting for the soul, lamenting for the body. Body is anyways dead matter. The soul is eternal. And then he described so many qualities of the soul. We have heard in the previous verses how the soul passes from childhood to youth to old age and then goes to the next body after the body becomes unsuitable for the soul to survive. And therefore Krishna says in 14th verse, very important verse we saw, O Arjun, learn to tolerate the dualities of this world. Heat, cold, happiness, distress, man, apaman, all these will come and they will go. Agama, apaina, they'll come and they will go. Because everything in this world is anitya, it is all temporary. People, they try to catch the temporary things of this world, that's why they are always disturbed, always in anxiety. Chala jayega. There are three emotions which rule most of the people. They hanker for the things which they don't have, and when they get something, they are in illusion that it will stay for long, and when then it goes away, then they lament. So hankering, illusion and lamentation. So these three emotions are always there in our lives. The more we connect ourselves to this wonderful sound vibration of Bhagavad Gita, the more we connect to the Supreme Lord, the more we come out of this three emotions. There is a beautiful verse in Shrimad Bhagavatam which says, Yasyam Vaishruyamanayam Krishne Paramapurushe Bhaktir Utpadyate Pumsam Shoka Moha Bhayapaha. Shoka, Moha and Bhay. Lamentation, illusion and fear. Fear of the future. Chala na jaye. The more we connect to the Lord, the more we get free from these three emotions in our life. In different ages, there are different ways to connect to the Supreme Lord. This age is known as which Yuga? Kali Yuga. So everybody knows. Child also knows. कलयुग में जी रहे हैं हम लोग. सतयुग में तो नहीं है ना. So the 4 ages, they are special for their different practices. Satya Yuga, which was the first yuga in this chakra, the way to connect to the Lord was going to the forest and doing intense tapasya. Leave everything, go to the forest and do tapasya, meditation, without eating maybe, without drinking maybe, suffering the heat and cold. Kali Yuga, it is not possible to do tapasya. For us, if we do one day fasting also, that is big tapasya. You know, in some days, there is one Ekadashi coming, Nirjal Ekadashi. In once a year, one Ekadashi, we do complete Nirjal, without eating, without drinking. That is also scary for many. Devotees, they start drinking water, ज़्यादा पानी पीना शुरू करते हैं 3-4 दिन पहले से. निर्जल एकादशी आ रही है. So it is difficult to follow all these, bodily tapasya. Then Treta Yuga came. The way to connect to the Lord was do big yajna. In Kali Yuga, yajna is also not so easy. It is not possible to do actual bona fide yajna. Because in yajna, the mantras chanted, they are chanted in certain meter, certain tone. If there is little discrepancy, complete opposite result. Not possible. Generally when people, they call some Pandit ji for puja, yajna karna hai. So what all we ask? We ask kitna, kya samagri lagegi? और कितना दक्षिणा लेंगे, कितना समय लगेगा. आज तक किसी ने पूछा कौन से मंत्र जप करेंगे, आप बताइए. जो भी मंत्र करना है करिए, जल्दी खत्म करिए. So we are not concerned about what are the mantras chanted. Not possible in Kali Yuga. In Dwapar Yuga, the way to connect to the Lord was to worship the Lord as a deity, Archa Vigraha, Bhagwan ke murtiyon ki puja. That also requires lots of rules and regulations to be purified. The way you worship, the way you chant mantras, not possible in Kali Yuga. So the easiest way to connect to the Lord in Kali Yuga is chanting the names of the Lord. Krite yadhyayate Vishnu, Tretayam yajato makhai, Dwapare paricharyayam kalautad hari kirtanat. Krita Yuga means Satya Yuga. That is dhyan. Tretayam yajato yagya, Dwapare paricharya, that is worshipping the Lord in the temple as deities. Kalautad hari kirtanat. Easiest is given to Kali Yuga people. Because the Lord also knows, ज़्यादा देंगे तो कुछ भी नहीं करेंगे ये लोग. Already so many things are there in life. 50 रूल बता रहे हैं, आप कैसे करेंगे हम लोग. Simplest is given for people of Kali Yuga. You can sit wherever you want, however you want. Just sit at one place, and what you have to do? Just move your lips and chant this one mantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And why only this mantra? There are many mantras. What is so special about this mantra? Vyasdev, he describes in Upanishad, Kali Santaran Upanishad, he describes that this mantra is made for this Kali Yuga. This mantra is not made by anybody. आजकल वो फिल्मी सॉन्ग्स के ट्यून पे बहुत सारे बना देते हैं ना, भजन
remix.
So this mantra is not made by any person of this world. This is mentioned in Vedas, Upanishad. In that, this Hare Krishna mantra is mentioned, and then the next verse says, Iti Shodashaka Nama Nam. How many words are there in this mantra? 16. Shodasha. Shodas means 16. Iti Shodashaka Nama Nam Kali Kalmasha Nashanam. It can destroy the bad effects of Kali Yuga. And Vyasdev, who is the author, who is the writer of all the Veda, Puran, Upanishad, he knows where he has written what. So he is saying, Na atah paratar upaye. There is no better solution than this. Sarva Vedeshu drishyate. After seeing all the Vedas, this is the conclusion I have come to. All the Vedas, all the scriptures. So that's why this mantra, it is a very special mantra. It looks very simple. And our human intelligence is, इतना simple है तो ज़्यादा कुछ मिलेगा नहीं इससे लगता है. Because if something is complex, then हाँ इतना बड़ा achievement किया, I have done such a big thing. Just chanting it, sitting in home and chanting will give us the highest. The same benefit as doing tapasya in the forest, or even more benefit. That makes the mind skeptical. कि नहीं नहीं इतना नहीं मिलता होगा, exaggeration लग रहा है. It is not so much. Then it requires faith. And our faith will grow when we start practicing it. The more we practice, we'll experience, and then our faith will grow. Then we can tell others also. We'll share. That's how our faith grows. Faith is a very dynamic process. To increase faith, just like if a youngster, a teenager, she meets her friend and she says, "Arey, last week you had pimples. आज नहीं है, क्या हो गया, क्या लगाया?" So she says, "वो वाली cream लगाई." She says, "अच्छा, so that cream works?" "Yes." So what she'll do? If she has pimples, she will also apply that cream. And then when she will experience the change, if she meets her friend who has pimples, what she'll say? "वो वाली cream लगाओ." So these are the 5 steps in which faith grows. First, she heard, "Oh, this cream works." Then she experienced, she observed, "Oh, she also applied, it also worked for her." Then she started practicing it, applying it. And then she experienced the change. And then she shared. So that is the acronym, HOPES. Hearing, observing, practicing, experiencing, and sharing. So that's how our faith grows. What are we doing now? We are hearing. If we stop at this point, our faith will not grow in spirituality. If we think once a week, if we are hearing Bhagavad Gita, that is sufficient, that will not help us increase our faith. Then we have to meet people who are practicing this, observe how they have changed, how it is benefiting them, then start practicing it in your life. And then when you will experience change, then you will get more people. You will tell, "Oh, arey, this Bhagavad Gita works, this chanting works." Then you will tell, share. Sharing is a matter of sharing our experience. It is not sharing information. Information is sufficient in this world. With the AI and Google, there is no dearth of information. But what is lacking is experience, wisdom, transformation. That is what we are here to learn. So that's why Krishna is describing Arjun, don't lament for the body. Body is... Aji?
Sharing is caring.
Oh my God, thank you. Sharing is caring.
Sharing means caring.
Okay. So Krishna continues the further description. We'll discuss 17th verse today. We'll recite this. 19th verse. Okay, yeah, 19th. Antavanta ime sorry. Yainam vetti hantaram.
येन वित्ति हन्तारम्
Yaschainam manyate hatam.
यस्नैनं मन्यतेऽहम्
Ubhau tau na vijanito.
न विजायितो
Nayam hanti na hanyate.
अयं हन्ति न हन्यते.
Translation, somebody can read?
Neither he who thinks the living entity the slayer, nor he who thinks it slain is in knowledge, for the self is slays not, nor is the slain.
Okay. So one who understands this principle that he is not the slayer, living entity, the soul cannot kill other soul. The soul is eternal. And if somebody thinks I'll be killed, that is also wrong. You cannot kill other person and you cannot kill yourself. That does not give a guarantee, that does not give a license for killing others. After killing somebody, soul is eternal. No. That's why Srila Prabhupada clarifies in the purport, the basic principle in scriptures is Ma himsyat sarva bhutani. You should not do violence against anyone. So basically, Krishna is describing that it is unavoidable to keep the soul and body together in the long run. You can't kill the soul, you can't keep the body and the soul together for long. It is not possible. There will be another verse which says, Jatasya hi dhruvo mrityu dhruvam janma mritasya cha. Anybody who takes birth is sure to die. Anybody who dies is sure to take birth again. As it is said, as sure as death. Death is sure. Jatasya hi dhruvo, anybody who takes birth, sure to die. So therefore, the soul cannot be killed. So Prabhupada writes in the purport that in the middle of the purport, Prabhupada writes, what is killed or is supposed to be killed is the body only. This, however, does not at all encourage killing of the body. The Vedic injunction is Ma himsyat sarva bhutani. Never commit violence to anyone. So Krishna is telling Arjuna that please follow your course of duty. You don't run away from your duties. You don't take to renounced order to run away from your responsibilities. It happens sometimes when we share this with students. Sometimes the students, when they start getting into all this, and if they are not interested in studying, one time one student was saying, Prabhuji, आपका life कितना अच्छा है. आपके जीवन में टेस्ट नहीं है, एग्जाम नहीं है. So I said, आ जाओ फिर इधर. नहीं प्रभुजी, इधर ही अच्छा है. So artificial renunciation doesn't work. Acha, what may happen if somebody takes to renounced life just to run away from the problems? What may happen? यहाँ पे बहुत प्रॉब्लम है, सब छोड़ के संन्यास ले लेते हैं. What may happen? If somebody takes sannyas in this mood, वहाँ भी प्रॉब्लम आएंगे, because problems are everywhere. If somebody thinks वहाँ पे प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, it is illusion, because the grass is always green on the other side. सबको लगता है उधर अच्छा है. So that's how it is. To take to renounced order does not mean that, okay, I'm frustrated with my material life, so that's why I think this life will not have problems. Problems are everywhere in this world. This world is full of problems wherever you may be. Just the flavor of the problem changes, but the problem remains. One time a businessman met Srila Prabhupada, and he was talking to Prabhupada, and Prabhupada asked, so what do you do? So he said, Swamiji, I am doing business, and I have a very nice business. I have factories in many parts of India, many cities. I have factory in Jaipur, in Delhi. And he said, Swamiji, but I am really stressed. I'm really disturbed by all these things. Swamiji, please give us some solution. So Prabhupada said, Acha, I have one solution. Give them to me and you sleep peacefully. No, Swamiji, it's okay. I'll come after some time. That is not possible. Artificially, one cannot give up. If somebody says out of frustration कि सब problem बहुत है, घर में सब इतना चल रहा है, business is a problem, home is a problem, relations are problem, but still, the desire to leave and renounce the world, it comes temporarily, it doesn't stay. So Arjuna is also in that situation. He's seeing problems. So what he wants? He wants to run away. He says, I want to take sannyas. Better to beg than to fight and kill my family members. That was the exact situation Arjuna was in. He wanted to run away. And Krishna says, no Arjuna, you can't run away. Because people think, यहाँ से निकलेंगे, यहाँ जाएंगे, तो जीवन will be khush, life will be happy. It doesn't work. It is like mirage in the desert. You think that there is water. A deer in the desert, he sees water and he keeps running, running, and he dies out of thirst. That's how many times our life is. We always think in the future tense. ये मिलेगा, जीवन will be happy, life will be peaceful. ये मिलेगा, स्कूल में थे तो कॉलेज वाला अच्छा लगता था, कॉलेज में गए तो बस एक बार डिग्री मिल जाए, डिग्री मिल गई फिर नौकरी मिल जाए, नौकरी मिल गई उसके बाद शादी हो जाए, फिर बच्चे हो जाएं, फिर बच्चे बड़े हो जाएं, उनकी शादी हो जाए, बस पोते पोतियों को खिला लें, बस बस और क्या रखा है जीवन में. So that's how life always is in future tense. Therefore, Bhagavad Gita is teaching us learn to live in the present. Try to understand what we can do now to make our life better. Don't think life will become better in future automatically. In Bhagavad Gita, in all the scriptures, there is one common understanding which is given. Please don't run after the pleasures of this world. How many of us endeavor for the pains? या दुख नहीं आ रहा है जीवन में? It comes. Similarly, scriptures describe that happiness also comes automatically. We think that we endeavored, that's why happiness came. No, it is not the fact. Sukham indriyakam daitya dehinam dehayoginam sarvatra labhyate daivad yatha dukkham mayatnatah. Prahlad, he is telling to his friends in his school. He says, oh my friends, don't endeavor for happiness. It will come. Just like pain comes, happiness will come. Every species in this world enjoys. There is no species which thinks that my life is miserable. Even a pig thinks that, oh, my life is good. My food is better. So that is how everyone thinks. You know, in scriptures, 4 animals are really glorified. The examples of 4 animals are given always. Shwa, Vidvaraha, Ushtra, Kharai. Shwa means dog. Vidvaraha, the stool-eating hog. Ushtra, camel. And Khara. Khara means donkey. People, sometimes they have mentality like these animals. Shwa vidvara hushtra kharai samsuta purusha pashu nayatra karna patha upeta jatu nama gadagraja. What is the quality of dog?
Faithful.
Faithful. Dog is faithful. Even though dog is beaten by the master, still he'll be faithful. He'll never think, नहीं इसको छोड़ देते हैं. So that's how even if we are in trouble with the world, but the desire to connect to the Lord never comes. We stay in this world. We try to solve our problems. Vidvaraha, stool-eating hog. The example is given for people who eat anything and everything. That is like pig. What is speciality of camel? Anyone knows?
Store water.
Okay. Anything else? Camel. You know, camel likes to eat thorns. मजा आता है उसको. And when the thorns, they pierce the mouth and the blood comes. Camel thinks, अच्छा है, tasty है. He's enjoying tasting his own blood and he's thinking, wow, it is good. So that's how people in this world, when they work hard, it seems they are enjoying, but actually they are suffering. Like the camel who is tasting his own blood. That is the example given. And Khara, what is so special about donkey? Works very hard. For what? For others. For some pieces of straw. That's it. You know, donkey का एक अच्छा नाम है. मालूम है आप लोगों को? नहीं वो तो है, लेकिन संस्कृत में एक अच्छा नाम है. उसको बोलते हैं वैशाख नंदन. You know what is the meaning of वैशाख नंदन? वैशाख मतलब there is month ना, वैशाख. So this donkey, वैशाख means गर्मी का season है. ज्येष्ठ वैशाख, it is summer season. So this donkey is very happy in summer season. नंदन, खुश रहता है. क्यों? Because in summer not enough grass grows. So he eats whatever little grass is there and he looks around and sees, wow, कितना खा लिया मैंने, सब खा लिया, कुछ नहीं बचा है. He is happy. इसलिए गधा है ना वो. And in the rainy season, the donkey is very sad. Why? खाता रहता है, सब बचा ही है, कुछ खाया नहीं लगता है. That's a donkey. So when people, they work so hard for the things which are easily available. Donkey will work hard. धोबी का गधा बोलते हैं ना. धोबी का गधा means he will bear all the weight for that washerman, and at the end of the day the washerman will give just some little grass which is anyways available anywhere, but still he'll work. So that's how people, many times they work so hard for the pleasures of this world which is anyways available easily. One time there was a big businessman. He went on a Saturday weekend for a retreat to a village. And in the village he saw a farmer lying peacefully in his field on a charpai, on a bed. So he was thinking, kya wasting his time, he's not working. What is this? He went to this farmer and said, what are you doing? Why are you not working? Work? We are so poor. He said, अच्छा, उससे क्या होगा? अरे, by work you will get more money. अच्छा, what will happen after that? अरे, by that money you can take care of your family better. You can send your children to good school. अच्छा, उससे क्या होगा? And you can teach your children in nice educational institutes. They'll become big. And then they'll work hard. And then you give all your business to your sons, and then you should relax like this. So that's what I'm doing now. Everyone doing. Hey, my tree is there. Doing now. इतना सब क्यों करना है मेहनत? So just to lie down peacefully at the end of your life, you have to do all this chakkar. So it looks very funny and foolish, but it makes sense. That same happiness which is available in a simple way, we work really hard sometimes to get that happiness. One time a businessman goes to a village, and then he had to cross a river. And then there was a boatman. So this businessman started talking to this boatman. He said, boatman, what do you do? He said, I have this business. I take people across. I get few rupees. He said, why are you wasting your time? You know something about doing business? He said, no, I don't know. He said, your 25% of life is waste. You know, you can become a very nice, successful person in this world if you learn how to, open new business. What are you doing with this boat, taking people across? You have a desire? He said, no, I don't think so. Your 50% of life is waste. And then after some time, it started raining. And then the water started rising. So this boatman asked this person, do you know how to swim? He said, no, your 100% of life is waste. So that's how, when we take care of all the big things of our life, we think that we are taking care of big things. But sometimes we miss the most important things in our life. How to connect to the supreme reality. How to see the world in right perspective. That is what Krishna is teaching Arjuna. Don't endeavor for the things of this world. Don't become so much attached with the relationships of this world. Endeavor. We have to maintain the family, no doubt. We have to take care of our responsibilities, no doubt. But the problem starts when we are obsessed with it. And we can't see anything beyond it. So that's how Krishna is saying, Arjun, please don't run away from your duty. Most of the times people think that This life ends with death. This is the only life we have. So जितना मजा करना है कर लो. जितना मजा करना है, जितना खाना है, जितना मजा करना है, enjoy करना है. One time a person went to his friend and he said, अरे बाबा कितना वजन बढ़ रहा है तेरा, कम कर. कितना खा रहा है? So he said, अरे जितना खाना है खा लो, वजन कम करके क्या करना है, क्योंकि अगले जन्म में 3 किलो से ही शुरू करना है. So people think बाबा मजा कर लो क्या है, you know, because whatever next life किसने देखा है. But they don't understand many times that the pleasure of this world has two qualities. The material pleasure, it has two qualities. Bhog tyag and chapala sukha. Bhog and then tyag. You enjoy and then you say bahut ho gaya abhi. Just like if you like some nice sweet, gulab jamun, no, chalo एक गुलाब जामुन खाएंगे if you don't have diabetes. Then अगर पहला गुलाब जामुन खाया, it tastes so wonderful. Second one, चलो it is good. Third one, fourth one, fifth one, तो खा ही नहीं सकते fifth one तो. 10th one, I don't want to see you also गुलाब जामुन. भोग and त्याग. And then second quality of material pleasure is chapala. चप्पल नहीं, चपल सुख है. This is very flickering pleasure, doesn't stay for long. So that's why people, they are never satisfied with the pleasures of this world, because it is never steady, it is always flickering. And another quality, please take out 5th chapter 22nd verse. Another quality of the pleasure of this world is, you may try to enjoy it now, but in due course, some misery is going to come. For sure it will happen. It is not that shayad. For sure. 5th chapter, 22nd verse. We are there? Yehi samsparshja bhoga
यही संस्पर्शा भोगा
दुःख योनय एवते
दुःख यनवे एवते
आद्यन्तवन्त कौन्तेय
आदंतवंत कौन्तेय
न ते शूरमते बुधा.
आते शूर बुधे बुधा.
Translation, somebody can read.
An intelligent person does not take part in the sources of misery which are due to contact with the material senses. O son of Kunti, such pleasures have a beginning and an end, and so the wise man does not delight in them.
Samsparsha, when the senses come in touch with sense objects. When you eat something, when you hear something, see something, it is so very wonderful in the beginning. But dukkha yonaya, yoni means the place of birth. It is so very graphic. Krishna is giving such a graphic example. Sense enjoyment is the place from where misery takes birth. It may look really difficult to accept. इतना नहीं होता है. I am enjoying, I am not suffering. It will come for sure. Anything we try to enjoy in this world, it is associated with little or more of pain. Just like if a lady is pregnant, in the beginning few months nobody can even understand that she is pregnant. Just wait for some time. It will come out for sure. It cannot be aborted also. Miseries cannot be aborted also. Somebody can abort the child, but miseries can never be aborted. It will surely give birth to pain. Happiness, enjoyment will give birth to little or more pain in future. Adi antavanta, because the pains of the happiness of this world has a beginning and an end. Adi and anta. Whatever starts, it has to end. There is no pleasure which is permanent. And most of the times pleasure is very short-lived. It is very limited. We have heard this example of the person who was falling in the well, and he was, because he was chased by an elephant, he didn't see there was a ditch There was a well, he fell in the well, it was full of snakes. Then there was a branch, he held on to branch, and then the branch was breaking because two rats were nibbling that branch, a black rat and the white rat. And then there was a honeycomb on the branch, and all the honeybees started biting this person. मजेदार है ना situation? नीचे snakes, ऊपर elephant, honeybees are biting, branches breaking. In midst of all this, what happens? One drop of honey falls on his shoulder, and he adjusts himself and tastes that, and says, "Life इतना भी बुरा नहीं है यार."
Let it not be good.
That's our story. Time is chasing us. Slowly we'll become old. We'll not even realize कब बूढ़े हो गए. हम लोगों को अंकल बोल रहे थे, अभी लोग हमको अंकल बोल रहे हैं. पता भी नहीं चलता है. And then this snake is death personified. The body is that branch. The day and the night are the two rats nibbling on the branch. And then the miseries, the problems we go through are all the honeybees which are biting us. इन सब के बीच में कभी कभी एक बूंद हनी गिरता है. And we taste that and we think, इतना भी बुरा नहीं है लाइफ. कभी खुशी कभी गम, ये तो जीवन है. What is so astonishing? ठीक है. So that's how we have accepted the miseries as norm. ठीक है ना, प्रॉब्लम्स आएंगे ही जीवन में, क्या फर्क पड़ रहा है? We have to accept it. We have to learn to go through it. Yes, we have to learn to go through it, but we should always try to find a source of permanent happiness. That is intelligence. And that is what Krishna is telling to Arjun. Please don't hold on to the temporary things. It will give you pain. It will give you misery. The more we are holding on to temporary things, we are in anxiety. In contrast to this, the spiritual pleasure, that is permanent. The material pleasure is chapala sukha, flickering. Spiritual pleasure is permanent. Spiritual pleasure, it is eternal. There is no oscillation. अभी है, अभी नहीं है. No, it is all permanent. So Prabhupada describes about this. Ma himsyat sarvabhutani. He says, killing the body of anyone without authority is abominable and punishable by the law of the state as well as by the law of the Lord. Arjuna is, however, engaged in killing for the principle of religion, not whimsically. So that's how we have to understand that Arjun, if somebody says, "Ye Arjun बिचारा, he was non-violent, ये कृष्ण ने देखो उसको युद्ध करने को लगा दिया, and he had to kill so many people." Arjun was a very nice person who was follower of non-violence, but because of Krishna he killed so many people. This non-violence is a nice quality, ahimsa. But if non-violence is used in wrong situation, if the soldiers on the border, they start thinking, आज से हम अहिंसा का पालन करेंगे, it will be disaster. So therefore Arjun is trying to follow this principle of non-violence at the wrong situation, at the wrong time. So Krishna is trying to convince Arjun, please give up your foolishness. You are speaking learned words, but they don't make any sense in this situation. The more we are confused and we speak so many words and we think हमने इतना सारा, I spoke such nice words, but actually they don't make much sense. When we are confused in our life, we should always try to find some sincere people who are mature and intelligent enough who can guide us. Arjun was fortunate to have Krishna. He is Supreme Lord. Spirituality begins when we try to find a bona fide teacher who is connected to the supreme authority of the Lord. That is called as parampara. Evam parampara praptam imam rajarshayo vidu sakalene hamahata yogo nashta parantapa. Krishna says in 4th chapter, 2nd verse, I gave this knowledge to Sun God in the beginning of the creation. Sun God gave to his son Vaivasvata Manu. Vaivaswata Manu gave to one of his descendants. His name was Ikshvaku. Ikshvaku naam suna hai? He was one of the ancestors of Lord Ramchandra. Ikshvaku. That's how this knowledge was coming in parampara. Parampara of great saintly kings. Raj Rishiyon ki parampara. But in due course of time, what happened? The knowledge was lost. If the knowledge is not passed down properly, then it is lost. That's why when people, they see spiritual, saintly gurus, teachers behaving in a wrong way, speaking wrong way, doing wrong things, their faith is destroyed. Because the knowledge is destroyed, parampara is gone. That's why we have to try to find, we should find a right teacher who can give us right information, who can teach us how to live in this world and how to leave this world also, because death is also sure. We have to live nicely, no doubt about it. Art of living to bahut log sikha dete hain. And many people want to learn art of living. But we forget to learn the art of leaving also. That is also very important art, because all of us know that we are temporary in this world. But we don't want to see this reality. डराओ मत प्रभु जी, ये मरने वरने की बातें मत करो. Talk about life. Yeah, we'll talk about life. Krishna describes many things about how to live nicely. But he'll also talk about how to prepare for the next life. And one of the very important things which Krishna describes is in the 8th chapter, 6th verse. Please take out that. That is a very, very important principle which Krishna is teaching all of us. That is called as law of last thought. What happens at the time of death? That is very, very crucial. That decides our next life. Yam yam vapi smarana bhavam tyajyatyante kalevaram tam tamevaiti kaunteya sada tad bhava bhavitah. Translation.
Whatever state of being one remembers when he quits his body, O son of Kunti, that state he will attain without fail.
Whatever we remember at the time of death, we will become that in the next life. Many people, they want to understand अगला जन्म क्या होगा, पिछला जन्म क्या था. It is not so difficult to understand what will be our next life. Just see what are you doing in this life. That will decide our next life, for sure. That is not rocket science. That is not so difficult to understand. Whatever our thoughts are now, we can understand what we were in the past life. We can observe our own thoughts. We can observe our ways of thinking, ways of working. We can understand what we were in the past life. And whatever our thoughts are now, that will decide our next life. Because whatever we think throughout our life, at the time of death, you know what happens? The pain is so much. And everybody sees their entire life in front of them like a movie. 48 minutes की movie चलती है. And one can see all the primary incidents in their life. And depends on whatever we have done repeatedly, that will come again and again in front of our eyes. And there are chances that we will remember that at the time of death. Yam yam vapi smaran. Whatever we remember, that we will achieve. So that's how it is. So this Bhagavad Gita is teaching us how to transform our thoughts. Because people think, kya farak padta hai? Whatever I can think, it doesn't matter. If I am doing right things, my thoughts, they don't matter. It matters. Because our thoughts become our words in due course of time. Our words become our actions. Our actions become our character. Our character decides our destiny. So Bhagavad Gita is training our thoughts. What to think, how to live. So Krishna is repeatedly telling to Arjun, please think about me. Man manabhav madbhakto madyaji mam namaskuru mame vaishyasi satyam te pratijani priyosi me. This one verse is repeated twice in Bhagavad Gita. This one verse. And there is one more verse. Krishna is repeatedly telling, once in 9th chapter 9.34 and 18.65. These two verses are same. Krishna says, please remember me. Try to worship me, think of me, serve me. That's how we train our thoughts. So that at the end of life, we can remember Him. Because the more we think about the Lord, we will live our life properly. We will not do any wrong things. We will understand what is to be done, what is not to be done. Because it is ultimately God who gives intelligence. So that is very important. Okay, so any questions anybody has? Any questions or comments or thoughts? Any questions? Yeah.
Prabhuji, you said that there are some people who work very hard, and most of the people work for money. But then there are also people who work, for passion. They just love to work. It's not, of course, the end result will be money, but it's also their passion. And do they get this? Passion is probably they are in Rajogun. So does this come from their last birth, last janam, that is carried over?
Our psychophysical nature is made by two things: our past life actions and our current life upbringings. These two things, they make our swabhava. Whatever we have done in our past life and the way we are born and brought up in this life. So if a person, he is in a situation since birth where he's seeing his father working hard, his mother is also working, and his family is into business, naturally he will also develop a desire to work in that way. Another thing, if he has done that in the past life, so the impressions, they carry on. So some people, they are like in that mode of working passionately. There are some people, they are workaholic. They want to work whole day. In Japan, it is said that they are so obsessed with work, even if the working hours are over, they'll keep working. And the companies there, they have their system where they switch off all the lights after a certain time, but still they put on all the torch and batteries and they keep on working. That's how they are obsessed with.
So probably how do we convince such people?
We don't have to convince everybody. We should find people who are favorable. There are 4 types of people we will find in our life. First is we have to serve the Supreme Lord. Second, we have to make friends with people who are interested in spirituality. Third, you have to find people who are innocent and they can be, brought to spirituality. Try to help them. And there are some people who will never change. They are envious people. They are completely away from spirituality. They don't want to discuss about spirituality. Don't talk to them anything about spirituality. Upeksha. Prema, Maitri, Kripa, Upeksha. These are the 4 types of dealings with 4 types of people. Try to love God, make friends with devotees, help the innocent, and neglect the envious people. So try to find out if that person is interested in spirituality or not. If he is not interested, give them prasad. Prasad सब लोग ले लेते हैं. Of course, there are some people who don't take prasad also. One time in one college, we were distributing butter halwa, khichdi and butter halwa. So one student comes and says, नहीं लूँगा. आप इसमें कुछ मिलाते हो, मेरा भी हेयर स्टाइल बदल जाएगा. So we have to find interested people and then give them knowledge accordingly. Otherwise, if we'll start giving envious people spiritual instruction, they'll become more envious. They'll insult, they'll offend the Lord, they'll offend the devotees, and they'll go away more away from spirituality. So we should understand whom to tell, whom not to tell. Any other questions? Thank you. Yes.
Slightly funny and weird question, but I have thought about it a bit. So when we say our souls are actually, souls never die, right? So they are transformed or reincarnated. Due to population, but where are the extra souls coming from? I always thought about it.
Good
Is it
question.
1 to 1 hai, to kaise?
Okay, yeah. We are just seeing the human population, but there are unlimited other species also. It is not that humans will become humans only. There are 84 lakh species of life. We have heard 84 lakh. Jalaja Navalakshani, Sthavara Lakshvimshati, Krimayo Rudra Sankhyaka, Pakshinam Dashalakshanam, Trimshal Lakshani, Pashava Chatur Lakshani Manava. Jalaja aquatics, 9 lakhs. Sthavara, the plants, 20 lakhs. Krimayo, 11 lakhs, the insects. Pakshinam, they are 10 lakhs. Trimshal Lakshani Pashava, all the other animals, 30 lakhs. And 4 lakh human beings depending on the consciousness. Whatever our consciousness is, we become that in the next life. So we can become animals also, worms also, insects also, species, any species. So depending on the actions, the lower species are coming up, upper species are coming down. So we can just count human species, human population. What about insect population, bacteria population? So that we are not able to count. So therefore, depending on the actions, some species are coming up in the evolutionary cycle, some are going down. So that's how it is. It is not that same soul becomes human being always. This life we are human beings, next life who will be? Antakale yam yam vapi smaran. Whatever our whole life's actions are, that will decide our last life, last moment's thought. Because people may say, मरने के समय याद करना है ना. Simple है. जीवन में कुछ भी करो, मरने के समय भगवान को याद करो और सब हो जाएगा. नहीं होता है. Whatever we do throughout our life, that will decide our last thought. So that's how it is.
जगह बनाने के लिए ड्रम्स आएंगे.
Okay. ठीक है. Any other questions? Yeah.
Prabhuji, is man and soul one and the same or different?
There are 3 bodies in us. There is a gross body we have, which we can see, made up of 5 elements: earth, water, fire, air, ether. सबको मालूम है, पंच महाभूतों से बना शरीर, ऐसा सुना है हमने. There is a subtle body that is called as Sukshma Sharir. One is Sthul Sharir, the gross body which we can see. Other is the Sukshma, the subtle body, which we can't see but it exists. That subtle Sharir body is made up of mind, intelligence and ego. Mind has 3 functions: thinking, feeling and willing. We think, we feel, we have some willpower to do. It all comes from mind. I want to do this. That is coming from the mind. Intelligence has 2 functions: discrimination and determination. We discriminate right and wrong and we determine ourselves, ye karna hai. That comes from intelligence. Apart from these 2 bodies, we have this last body, the soul. That is our actual identity. And the soul is made up of 3 elements: Sat, Chit and Anand. The soul is eternal. The soul is full of knowledge. And the soul is full of bliss. So that's how these 3 bodies are. So mind is a part of subtle body. Okay. So the whole process of spirituality is to train our mind. Manaiva manushyanam karanam bandhanam mokshaya. Mind is the cause of bondage. Mind is the cause of liberation. As Krishna says in 6th chapter, 5th verse and 6th verse, uncontrolled mind is the worst enemy. Controlled mind is the best friend. Mind can make heaven out of hell, hell out of heaven. All of us have experienced this. Even when things are all good, mind will say kitna problem hai. And even if there is no problem, mind will say बहुत problem है. और problem इतना सारा mind will say चलता है. So that's how mind has 4 functions. It magnifies the problems, imagines the pleasure, neglects the opportunity, and denies the reality. That is mind. M-I-N-D. Magnifies problems, imagines pleasure, neglects the opportunity, and denies the reality. That's how mind is. Mind का तो बहुत बड़ा हम 6th chapter में बहुत सारा will discuss. Okay. Yes.
Then you get wrong thoughts, fine, or bad thoughts, but your mind is so intelligent to control you. Fine, you don't commit that error. But
Mind is not intelligent. Intelligence. Mind gives suggestions, mind gives feelings, and our intelligence decides. So, what is the question?
so say the intelligent decide. I want to know that whether that thoughts actually bring your bad karmas also, or is it like till the time you do that
Okay.
you get into it.
Yeah.
Even the thought can lead to a
In previous ages it was.
Now it is accept.
कलयुग में कंसेशन दिया है. नहीं तो हमारा गड़बड़ हो जाता.
Totally नहीं होता.
Because we think all the time, most of the time wrong things. Sometimes we think right things. So Krishna is also merciful. He understands Kalyuga people. Kalyuga people are so intelligent, so advanced that if this rule is applied in this age, नरक से कोई बाहर निकलेगा ही नहीं. Everybody will go in hell only. नानुद्वेष्टि कलिं सर्मराट सारंग इव सारभुक् कुशलानि आशु सिद्ध्यन्ति नेतराणि कृतानि यत्. Kushalani ashu siddhyanti. If you think something good in Kali Yuga, you will get credits. If you do something bad, you will get the punishment. That is a good thing of Kali Yuga. अच्छा सोचने से फल मिलता है and बुरा करने से फल मिलता है. That's how Krishna is merciful. Because Kali Yuga people, their mind is really uncontrolled. Even if we get Kalpa Vriksha, you know what is Kalpa Vriksha? Desire fulfilling tree. Kalp Taru. बगल में ना कल्प तरु. कल्प तरु का मतलब क्या है? Desire fulfilling tree. एक उधर वाधवा में होता तो अच्छा होता नहीं? जो चाहिए जाके मांग लो. But it अच्छा है नहीं है. Because the mind is so very uncontrolled. One time there was a man going in the jungle and he felt tired and he sat under a tree and he said, बहुत प्यास लगी है, पानी होता तो अच्छा होता. And there was a jug of water immediately. He said, wow, I am hungry also. Immediately there was food. Arey wow, it seems I am under a desire fulfilling tree. I want a big house. And the house was there. And I want a nice car also. Car was also there. And as he was thinking all this, started getting dark. And he thought, what if lion comes? And that was the end of the story. So that's how mind is completely uncontrolled. In previous ages, mind was really controlled. So therefore, they would get the result of thinking bad. You know, when Yudhishthir Maharaj, when Arjun brought Draupadi and Kunti said, you divide amongst all 5. So Yudhishthir, he says that I think this is right because this is coming in my mind. Nothing wrong can come in my mind. That was the conviction of Yudhishthir. कि मेरे मन में आया ना, मेरे मन में गलत आ ही नहीं सकता है कुछ. That was Yudhishthir. हमारे मन में तो अच्छा आ जाए तो बड़ी बात है, you know. So that's how it is. We are saved by the Lord. Okay. तो अच्छा सोचिए. Chant, remember Krishna. That will be beneficial. Hmm.
then what they will get to buy children's toys.
Toys will come.
थैंक यू आपने अपने जैसा ही बात बोला है. Yes, you know, everybody in this world thinks according to how they are. You know, just like a young girl is carrying grocery in one hand and a balloon in other hand. So Riyash, what will you see? What will you get? Balloon. Thank you. अच्छा वो balloon बोला. So if a small child, a dog and a young man is seeing this lady walking, so child will see balloon and the dog will see grocery and the young man will see
Girl.
the young girl. So that's how we see the world as we are. Yes Madhi. Another question.
Prabhuji, you said that at the time of death, whatever we think is what we become next. Right? Now, what if someone is in coma, or sometimes the brain stops working? You see?
Coma means their body is not working, their mind is fully active.
So, if there's a situation where the brain stops working,
Still mind is active. Brain is gross body, na? Mind is active. Doesn't that they can't express anything. But the mind is active. Mind, intelligence, ego is all active. It is subtle.
subtle work.
Even if a person is in coma, the mind is fully active. That's how they are really miserable people. They have all the desires, but they can't express. That's how ghosts are really frustrated people. They have all their desires, but no gross body to express. तो क्या करेंगे? Frustrated.
Prabhuji, are there ghosts where
अरे इतना सब सुनने के बाद आप पूछ रहे हैं आर देयर घोस्ट्स? कितनी बार तो बता दिया मैंने. दोबारा बताना है.
नहीं.
Ghosts are there.
Live and license.
Just like you enter a home with a leave and license agreement. I'll just know it. And if the person is told that you have to stay in this house only for 1 year, if you leave before that, you will not have any house. And if the person, he fights with the owner after 7 months and says, मुझे रहना ही नहीं है, and he leaves, अभी क्या करेगा? कहाँ जाएगा? भटकता रहेगा. Because no home is made for no next house. The soul enters the body with leave and license agreement. Our birth date and that date are fixed. So if somebody is supposed to live for 70 years and he thinks at 50 years I am frustrated with my life, I want to end. So next 20 years किधर जाएगा? So gross body is not there. So the soul along with the subtle body goes to the next body, that is the transmigration, reincarnation. But अभी gross body बना ही नहीं है उसका, तो ये soul and subtle body किधर जाएगा? भटकता रहेगा. And वो भटकती हुई आत्मा को क्या बोलते हैं? Ghost. People के झाड़ पे अटके रहते हैं. Just a minute. Yeah, the question. What's your name, Adri? Richa. Oh, thank you.
Yeah, so you said that whenever you're in doubt or confusion, you get an advice or get in touch with a person who's more closer to spirituality. ऐसे इंसान को ढूंढे कहाँ? मतलब पूरी जिंदगी निकल जाती है ये फाइंड आउट करने में कि कौन इंसान स्पिरिचुअलिटी के पास है, कौन वो सही एडवाइस दे पाएगा.
Correct. Very important question. How to find a genuine bona fide guru? Because there is no dearth of bogus gurus. You will find all types of gurus. In India तो भर भर के ही है. No problem in finding such people. How to find a person who is really genuine and bona fide and authentic? Just ask, if you think that this person looks genuine, ask one question. Try to find out from where is he getting his knowledge. Okay, उनके गुरु हैं ये. अच्छा, his guru is there, but who is his guru's guru? उनके गुरु के कोई गुरु नहीं है. Then there is a problem. If my guru has no guru, that means from where has he learnt all this? He says, मेरे मन में आया ये सब. That is very risky. Ideal teacher means he'll be connected to a line of teachers all the way up to God. Because ideal spiritual knowledge comes from God only. God gives the knowledge, and that is called as tradition. That is called as parampara. So try to find out such people who are connected to a parampara. And then you'll not be cheated. Otherwise you'll be cheated. People, they cheat royally. And you know why people get cheated? Because they want to get cheated. People like cheap things. They like to get cheated. So Krishna will send somebody who will cheat them. God is there in everyone's heart. And He is reciprocating according to our desires. Krishna says in 4th chapter, 11th verse, Ye yatha mam prapadyante tam stathaiva bhajamyaham. As you go to Krishna, He will reciprocate accordingly. If you say Krishna, सस्ते में थोड़ा spiritual practice करने वाला मिल जाए कुछ, ज़्यादा मेहनत ना करनी पड़े, Krishna will send you somebody who will cheat us. Because सस्ते में कुछ भी अच्छा नहीं मिलता है. Even to get any simple thing of this world, we have to work hard. To get an ordinary degree also, we have to work hard. What to speak of getting spiritual degree? Spiritual knowledge? It is not a simple thing. But most of the spiritual gurus, they say, ठीक है, कुछ भी करो, just give some donation, just do whatever you can, and you are a spiritual person. And people like this. And when you come to, our society, you have to follow 4 principles, you have to chant regularly, you have to come, attend classes. इतना मेहनत कौन करेगा भाई? वो वाले अच्छे हैं. No rules and regulations. No rules and regulations means you can't achieve anything. So that's the important thing. Parampara. Evam parampara praptam. If the knowledge is not passed down properly, should I show you a very funny video of how the knowledge gets diluted? Chinese whisper आपने सुना रहेगा. एक अच्छा वीडियो दिखाता हूँ आपको. इसमें ऑडियो है. ऑडियो विल बी देयर. इसमें
आएगा लेकिन वो कनेक्ट नहीं करेंगे ना. कैसे करेंगे?
माइक रख लेंगे ना.
माइक रख दीजिए उधर उसमें.
ठीक है, इस पे भी कर सकते हैं, बट एनीवेज इसमें ज़्यादा साउंड नहीं है, बट हो जाएगा, चल जाएगा. आई जस्ट शो यू.
आजा आजा बेटा.
बैठ जा.
इधर बैठ. इधर जा.
अरे उससे कुछ नहीं होगा. जा फर्स्ट पे बैठ जा.
नहीं.
अरे उधर से इधर आ गया. आया वीडियो देखने के लिए आ गया. फ्रंट रो. और आगे चला.
स्क्रीन पे मत चला जाएगा.
संपदा.
एक मिनट. Anyways, there is not much sound in that. आप देख के पता चल जाएगा.
चिड़चिड़ाई है।
What is this?
घूम भी नहीं रहे।
चल
सलाम बात।
Salute again. He's saluting.
पढ़ाई शुरू हो गया।
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. They're wearing winter clothes. Yeah, are you serious? Seriously, what?
Okay, so that's
Okay.
how the knowledge, if it is not passed down properly, this is what happens.
Oh, yes.
So that's how the knowledge is corrupted in this world. When the spiritual knowledge is not passed down properly through the chain of teachers, then it is distorted. And at the end, people ask questions, what is this foolish thing? Why should I follow? Why should I practice spirituality? Because it doesn't make sense. Because nobody explained them right thing. That's why youngsters, they don't believe in all these things. Because nobody taught them. If they ask their parents, what is this? They say, शांत रह, चुपचाप कर. मंदिर चलो चुपचाप, question मत पूछो. If we don't explain them why we are doing what we are doing, and that's why they don't believe in it. So one time a child asks his father, Papa, oh, I was seeing a video, उसमें वो शादी हो रही थी, वो लड़का लड़की हाथ क्यों मिलाते हैं? You know, there is a पानी ग्रहण का ceremony होता है ना, तो हाथ क्यों मिलाते हैं?
बॉक्सिंग में
तो पापा को क्या मालूम भी हाथ क्यों मिलाते हैं? पापा तो आज के पापा हैं. तो पापा ने अपना दिमाग लगाया, बोले बेटा तूने वो बॉक्सिंग का मैच देखा है क्या? बोला हाँ पापा. बोले उसमें सबसे पहले क्या करते हैं? पापा हाथ मिलाते हैं. बोले बराबर बेटा, इधर भी ऐसे ही पहले हाथ मिलाते हैं, उसके बाद मैच शुरू होता है. तो ऐसे ऐसे आंसर देंगे. सो व्हाट विल चाइल्ड थिंक? ऑल फूलिश, ऑल नॉनसेंस. Why should I do any of these things? So that's why, youngsters are going away from spirituality. And with the influence of the Western world, modern civilization, it is all the more powerful. So that's how we have to find bona fide teacher who will explain us why we are doing what we are doing. Maybe in the next, I have a whole 1 hour of presentation of why we do what we do. All the rituals we do in our spiritual life. आरती क्यों करते हैं, प्रणाम क्यों करते हैं, परिक्रमा क्यों करते हैं, everything has a meaning, reason behind it, scientific reason. So we have to understand, and that we will understand when we connect to a teacher who has learned from his teacher, parampara. If a medical college student thinks यार anatomy समझ नहीं रहा है, वो थोड़ा पान वाले को जाके पूछ क्या हो क्या, how he will tell. But when it comes to spirituality,
everybody knows.
Everybody is a teacher.
Yes.
Because there is no university. There is no bona fide parampara. So it is our responsibility to find right teachers. If we desire strongly enough, Krishna is there in everyone's heart. Ishvara sarva bhutanam hridadeshe arjuna tishtati. Krishna is there in everyone's heart. And he sees each and every desire and thoughts of everyone. So if we genuinely want to practice spirituality, he will send somebody who will show us the right path. If we want to get cheap things and get cheated, Krishna will send you somebody who will cheat. Just like there is some saintly person in North India. If people go to him, अभी भी पता नहीं करते हैं कि नहीं ऐसा, बहुत पहले तो सुना था मैंने. उनके पास जाते हैं तो पूछते हैं, महाराज बाबा जी ये प्रॉब्लम है. तो बोलते हैं अच्छा आप समोसा खाते हैं? बोले हाँ बाबा. और उस समोसे में आप लाल चटनी डालते हैं कि हरी चटनी डालते हैं? बोले बाबा जी मैं तो लाल चटनी डालता हूँ. वही प्रॉब्लम है, कल से हरी चटनी मिला के खाइए, सब प्रॉब्लम चला जाएगा. And people they believe it. ऐसे काम हो गया बाबा जी. So that's how foolish people are. So people like to get cheated. So they'll get somebody who will cheat them. So we have to pray to the Lord. And if we get nice person, authentic person, people of Kali Yuga, we have 4 qualities. Manda, Sumanda Mataya, Manda Bhagya Upadrita. Lazy, unintelligent, unfortunate, distracted. Not materially, spiritually. Spiritually we are lazy. Most of the people are lazy. भगवत गीता क्लास है, आइए, आज तो बिल्कुल टाइम नहीं है, नो टाइम, कल आएंगे, या फिर भगवान का बुलावा आएगा तब आएंगे. अरे भगवान बुला बुला के थक गए. Lazy. If they are not lazy, they are unintelligent. They can't understand spirituality. They are very intelligent in material field, but they are not intelligent in spiritual field. समझता ही नहीं है, कुछ पता नहीं है, कुछ भी बोलते रहते हैं लोग. If they are not lazy, if they are not intelligent, they are unfortunate. They'll get somebody who will cheat them. Even if they are not unfortunate, if they find right teacher, they are distracted. They can't follow what the teacher says. So that's how we have to understand this path of spirituality is really powerful path, but it is a rare path. Not many get to find actual spirituality. Krishna himself tells in 7th chapter, 3rd verse. Please take out that and we'll end with this. It is a very important, understanding which Krishna is giving. Because we should not be bewildered thinking, यार कम लोग आ रहे हैं यहाँ पे, मतलब कुछ तो गड़बड़ है यहाँ पे लग रहा है. उधर तो हजारों लोग जाते हैं वो बाबा जी के पास, यहाँ पे तो बहुत कम लोग आते हैं. That means there is something गड़बड़ here. No. You will not find a crowd in diamond shop. Crowd कहाँ पे मिलेगा? Artificial diamond. Krishna describes this. Manushyanam sahasreshu kasyad yatati siddhaye yatatam api siddhanam kasyid mam vetti tatvataha. Out of thousands of men, few start knowing me. Few endeavor. And out of thousands who endeavor, few attain me. बहुत rare है ये. So if we are getting a chance to connect to a bona fide path, we should endeavor to practice it. Otherwise, we are unfortunate. Okay, so I'll stop here.
छोटा प्रश्न था.
हाँ बोलिए.
वो अभी गोस्ट का सब्जेक्ट निकला इसलिए पूछ रहा हूँ मैं. तो मी तर मराठी भगवद्गीता वाचतो, इसलिए मैं हिंदी में बात कर रहा हूँ. तो गोस्ट का सब्जेक्ट निकला इसलिए पूछ रहा हूँ मैं. गोस्ट है क्या ग्रॉस बॉडी रहता है? गोस्ट
बोला ना आपको, सटल बॉडी एंड सोल, दैट इज घोस्ट. ग्रॉस बॉडी नहीं है ना, ग्रॉस बॉडी तो छूट गया. आफ्टर डेथ द ग्रॉस बॉडी इज गॉन.
इसलिए एक क्वेश्चन है कि अलास्का का एक मैंने देखा यूट्यूब पर वीडियो, तो उधर बोले कि जैसे अलास्का में छोटा है गार्डन, सब ग्रीनरी है, उधर पंछी और जानवर बहुत है, इसलिए लोगों को दरवाजा लगा के रहना पड़ता है, और घूस भी आते हैं बोले उधर। अभी यूट्यूब पर तो ऐसा यानी कुछ झूठी बात नहीं कर सकते हो, तो उसमें
यूट्यूब पे झूठी बात करने में क्या कमी है? यूट्यूब झूठी बात करने के लिए बोनाफाइड प्लेटफॉर्म है।
वो एक्शनेबल है।
व्हाट्सएप यूनिवर्सिटी
Isn't actionable?
So what's the question? So ghosts तो कहीं पे भी जा सकते हैं ना, उसमें क्या प्रॉब्लम है? Ghosts they travel by the speed of the mind. We travel because we travel with our body. We have limitations. Ghosts they don't have any limitations. पासपोर्ट वीजा नहीं चाहिए. They can travel anywhere with the speed of mind. So they can go anywhere immediately. Powerful है वो लोग. But they are frustrated people. क्या करेंगे? That's why they enter sometimes others' body and trouble them. Okay, thank you. Hare Krishna. Shrimad Bhagavad Gita ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. We'll not do kirtan today. Now it's time up. We'll not chant also. Or all of you can do the chanting. कीर्तन कर लें?
कीर्तन कर लें।
ठीक है, 2 मिनट कर लेते हैं।
आता है कीर्तन के लिए बेचारा।
हाँ जी।
Yes, I
वो कीर्तन
love
के लिए आता है।
I love them so much.
सच में बोल रहे हैं कि जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्णा
कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे 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 राम
राम राम हरे हरे
हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा
कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे
हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे
हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम
राम राम हरे हरे
हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Oh, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Rama,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna,
Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Jaya Radha Gopinath Radhe,
Jai Radha Gopinath Radhe.
Jaya Gauranita, Jaya Gauranita, Jaya
Gauranitai, Jaya Gauranitai.
Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya
Prabhupada, Jaya Jaya Prabhupada.
Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Nitai Gaur Hari Bol,
Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaur Hari Bol.
Jai Kaliyuga Pavan Hari Nama Sankirtan
Ki
ki
Jai.
Shri Prabhupada ki
Ki
Jai.
Jai.
Hare Krishna, thank you.